Hi everyone, welcome back to the Centennial. I'm by myself today, which is a bit weird, I have to admit, but today's video is going to be all about a celebration of femininity, so it seemed appropriate that I did this video by myself. So I'm going to take you along into a few of my favorite scents that for me embody femininity. So if you identify as female, or if you just want to celebrate the feminine energy inside of you, this video is for you. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing red lipstick today because I don't know if you knew this, but red lipstick during the Second World War was a sign of rebellion because Hitler didn't like red lipstick because his ideal of feminine beauty was very pure, very no makeup. So women wore red lipstick as a sort of act of rebellion against Hitler and the Nazi regime. So I thought it was fitting for today's video. I hope there's no lipstick on my teeth. No. I brought a lot of scents today and we can categorize them because for me, if I think about femininity, there is no single definition. There are lots of different types of women and feminine energies, and you cannot really put them into one category, which is very beautiful. So I brought a few of those categories and I'll walk you through them. So the first type of scent that I brought along is, of course, the boss lady vibe. So the scent that enters the room before you do, and it precedes you. It's very loud, it's very confident, and it's very recognizable as well. So I brought two scents that for me fit exactly into that category. The first one being Black Orchid by Tom Ford. We've discussed this scent over and over again. It's one of my favorites. I haven't worn this bottle for, I think, an entire year, and a few weeks ago I just sprayed it on again and I was taken aback again by how great this scent is. This one has a lot of notes. There's patchouli in this one, there's orange and I think lemon as well, so a lot of fruity notes. There's chocolate in this one and truffle, so a lot of different things going on, but that's what makes it so magical. And there is a new version actually. That one is called, I think, Reserve, if I'm not mistaken, but I smelt it and the yellow flowers are amped up in that one. And the funny thing is that I don't like yellow flowers, but when I smelled that new version, I thought, wow, this smells more like Black Orchid than Black Orchid itself. So probably my version, because it's an old bottle, has become denser even. And the new version is a bit lighter because the florals are more amped up, but still a very beautiful version. Black Orchid by Tom Ford. And then the second one is, we've discussed this one already as well, is Angel by Thierry Mugler. It's a very old scent, one of the classics from the 90s, and this was the scent my mother used to wear when I was a little girl. So for me, this is the embodiment of feminine energy and a power woman. It's a hate or love kind of fragrance because it's very heavy on the patchouli, also praline as well. So both of these have gourmand notes, but don't really smell like food. This will always be a love for me because, of course, the emotional connotation is there, and the scent memory is very strong on this one. But this is the original Eau de Parfum. I also own the Eau de Toilette, which is way more wearable. So if you like this DNA, but you don't want to be a scent bomb, you can go for the Eau de Toilette, which is a very good lighter version of this one. The second type of scents that I brought along is, I call it the classy energy. It's also a bit of a boss lady, but she's more maybe like, think old money. She has a pencil skirt and like very first lady type of vibes. And of course, what else is there but Chanel No. 5. I know this is a controversial scent. It's very vintage. It's very aldehydic, very typically Chanel. So a lot of people think this is outdated. I don't. I still love this. It reminds me of old makeup and like the 50s. I wasn't there, but I think this is what the 50s smelled like. I don't know. But this is the epitome of class for me. And if you are someone that thinks like, I like the scent, but I don't think it's wearable, I have a solution for you. Chanel has released a few years ago Eau Première, which is a lighter version of the Chanel Numéro 5. So it has a lot of the same notes, and it's definitely recognizable as a Numéro 5 scent, but it is lighter, it's a bit more modern, and it's way more wearable than the OG. So if you like this, but you think it's too strong, go for this one. They also have L'Eau, which is a third one, and that's a bit, it's more different than these two. So these two are very similar. The L'Eau one still has hints of the original one, but it's way lighter. But there is a Chanel for everyone, and Chanel, it will always be timeless, feminine class in a bottle. The third category, because if you think about feminine power scents, we always tend to think about these first two categories, like the boss lady, the classy, presidential type, royal type of energy. But for me, femininity is also about the youthfulness and playing around. So my third category is the typically girly scents. And I own a lot of them because I just like wearing a girly scent when I want to feel uplifted and happy. So it was a difficult choice to decide which ones to bring today, but I brought Miss Dior. I own a lot of Miss Dior scents. I think I own almost every scent in the range. And the ones that I brought today are Rose and Roses. The first time I smelled this, it reminded me of a Barbie doll. I think I had a Barbie doll as a kid that smelled like this. It's very rosy, it's very sweet, but it just makes me happy. And I like the fact it's called Rose and Roses, which makes me think about rock and roll, and it's not rock and roll at all, but maybe that's what makes it rock and roll. It's like a very sweet scent, but you can wear it if you're rock and roll, I think. So Rose and Roses, a lot of rose in this one. And then the next one that I brought is the Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet, which is another flanker of Miss Dior. And while the Rose and Roses is rose all the way, this one is more about the peony, which is a type of rose, but it doesn't smell like the classical rose. So this is a very light and sparkly scent. This is really the embodiment of the color baby pink. It's a very spring-like scent, very girly, very happy. The staying power on this one is not great, but I do like it for hot weather or wearing to bed, actually. So Blooming Bouquet. And then I brought a third one in this category because I told you I own a lot. There are a lot of releases in the last few years that center around the white florals. You have Prada Paradox, you have Alien Goddess, which is also about those white florals. And there is one that sticks out to me, and it's Valentino Voce Viva. And the first time I smelled this, I thought, this is really a basic scent. But it was during COVID, and I had a mask on, and the scent got stuck in my mask. So it was covering my nose the entire time. And after like a few minutes of walking outside of the perfume shop, I started to think, wow, this is really making me happy. After a few months, I bit the bullet and I bought this bottle. And I still think the same about this scent. It's like a very easy, everyday scent. It's very likable. It's very office appropriate, but also appropriate for a date night. So very versatile, very crowd pleasing, and quite simple, but not every perfume needs to be out there. So sometimes it's nice to have a perfume that is very safe and that will always make you happy and uplifted. And Voce Viva is that one for me, Valentino. I have 5 categories, by the way. But the fourth one, if you think about powerhouses when it comes to women or feminine energy, of course you have the mother. That is the archetype that we should include in every video about powerful women. And the one perfume that sticks out to me if I think about a motherly vibe is Mon Guerlain by Guerlain. Again, we've discussed this perfume multiple times on the channel, but it's just so damn good actually. This is lavender and vanilla, but the combination of the two is just perfect. It's very sweet, but the vanilla is not sticking out at once. If you smell it, it's not like in your face vanilla. It's perfectly balanced out by the lavender. And this one is just one of the most comforting perfumes I have ever smelled. And again, it's basic, it's well known, it's designer, but it is well known for a reason, and it deserves all the hype because it is a wonderful creation. This is my second bottle of this, and in a collection as huge as mine, I never finish bottles, but this one I use it up because I wear it to bed, I wear it to the office, I layer it with other types of perfumes, and it's versatile, it's always a winner. Also a great gift, because I've never found someone who doesn't like Mon Guerlain. So, the mom type of scent. And of course, the last category is one that is very close to my heart, because that's the witchy category. For centuries even, women have been singled out, have been hunted down, have been chastised for being feminine, for having traits that are typically feminine, for having that intuition and that curiosity about the world. And some perfumes really honor that, or are really a tribute to that intellectual, mystical and intuitive character of a woman. It's something that I like to honor in my daily life. I always like to carry a bit of witchiness with me wherever I go. And actually one of my colleagues recently, I work in a corporate environment, and they compared me to a wood sprite, which was not meant as a compliment, but I take it as a very beautiful compliment. So these perfumes will make you smell like a wood sprite. So the first one I brought is Féminité du Bois by Serge Lutens. It's very woody and very spicy, but it's not sweet at all. So if you compare it to the Voce Viva that I discussed earlier, this is something completely different. But it is that typical witch type of scent, because there's herbs in this one, spices, but also fruits. There's plum in this one, and of course woods. So this smells to me like a witch's house, like there is something brewing in a cauldron above a fire. So the firewood is in there, the plumminess is in there, the fruitiness, and of course the spices. And this is not sweet at all. So if you compare it to Mon Guerlain or Voce Viva, the ones that we discussed earlier, this is not similar at all, not sweet. And compared to the Angel or the Black Orchid, this is not that powerhouse of a perfume. The sillage is quite close to the skin, but it is so recognizable and so unique that it's, yeah, I always love it when I smell it. I often wear this to bed as well, and I just wear this on those days that I feel a bit on the rainy days. This is a wonderful scent. And then the last one, because we are celebrating feminine energy, we are celebrating women all around the world. What else could we include but a woman by Ormonde Jayne? This is a very nice brand. I own Levant by them. It's a white floral perfume, also very good. But this one falls perfectly into that witchy category. This is very well blended and very difficult to pick out the different notes. This has cardamom in there, and you know, if you've been around for a while, I love cardamom. I love everything cardamom. So cardamom and coriander is also in here, but there's also a grassy note, and then there's violet and jasmine, so floral notes, and then there's sandalwood in the base. And it smells almost religious to me, and it's not like incensey or churchy at all, so I can't really describe why it smells religious, but it has a sort of calmness to it, and probably that's the herbs in there. But it's very soft, it's very almost powdery because of the violet maybe. But there is a sort of zen-like feeling to it, very meditative, and very feminine as well. So if you look it up on Fragrantica, some of the reviews say it's intellectual but gentle, and I think this is the best description I can give you of this perfume. It's soft, it's powdery, but there is something underlying. There is an herbiness and a zen-like quality to it. I could go on for hours about this topic because, as I said in the beginning, femininity is something that has no single definition. There are a lot of types of women, a lot of types of feminine energies. So I'm very curious to hear your stories and your definition of a feminine perfume, or a perfume that celebrates the feminine energy. These were my top picks, so let me know what you think about this. Share your thoughts with me. And with Brecht, of course, he reads all the comments as well. Oh, and if you have any recommendations for topics that we could cover on this channel, let us know in the comments, because we are always looking for new inspiration. Thank you so much for sticking around. If you like this, like, subscribe, and put on the notification bell, and I'll happily see you in the next one. Bye-bye.